Over spring break, I visited Vancouver Island and the town of Tofino. While exploring Tofino, the local beaches and trails, I noticed there was a strong Indigenous presence. While we were there, we spent a lot of time walking the beaches and hiking. On one trail, there were many interpretive signs along the way giving information about the first peoples from this area, plants and animals, and their language. It made me think about the Kootenays and of my own community of Rossland. How, as a visitor to the area, you wouldn't see any signs of First Peoples. There is no art, buildings, or signs that reflect Indigenous knowledge and perspectives. When Joe Crona came to speak to our cohort about the First Peoples' principles of learning, she spoke about starting locally first. I realized that in the 17 years that I've lived in Rossland and the Kootenays, that I really didn't know a lot about the Sinaiks people. When I started to think about Rossland and the Kootenays and ways in which I can incorporate local Indigenous knowledge in my teaching practice, I realized that there may not be posted signs or artwork or many Indigenous people, but there are many signs of Indigenous knowledge here. You just need to take a closer look. I recently had the opportunity to read Marilyn James and Therese Alexis's book, Not Extinct, Keeping the Sinaiks Way. Here is a traditional Sinaik story about Coyote from their book. How Coyote made the black moss food. Coyote and his son Topcan encountered Wolf in his lodge. As he was butchering beaver, Coyote asked how Wolf catches beavers, and Wolf told him how he did it with a big stick. When Coyote tried, he only managed to hit himself with the stick, but somehow he caught 2 beavers, who played dead. He tied one to each of Topcan's ears. When Coyote was gathering wood to cook the beavers, they ran away with Topcan still attached to them and disappeared down 2 different holes, thus stretching out his ears. Because of that, coyotes have pointy ears to this day. Coyote cut Topcan free. Still hungry, he then saw 2 white swans, who he managed to catch. He tied them to Topcan also, but when he climbed up a tree to get the pitch top for kindling to cook them, they flew away with Topcan. The white swans dropped Topcan, killing him. Coyote jumped from the tree, but his long hair got caught, and he cut off his hair to free himself. His hair turned into black moss. The story of Coyote and the black moss is an example of the importance of plants, animals, and stories for First Peoples. As we finish this course, I look forward to growing my knowledge of the Sinaiks peoples and to continue to weave it into my teaching practice.